Welcome to another episode of Grand Theft Advertising. Today's going to be a bit of a spicy one. I know that, Perry, you've got a few things to share, but before we jump in, dude, how's your week been?
It's been really, really hard. So I'm exhausted, but I love doing these sessions. So it's like, I have probably had 2 hours sleep last night, but I'm here because we need to start talking about Grand Theft Advertising. Let's roll the clip.
Boom. I love it. Well, look, I'm gonna follow your lead in this session. I'm gonna be a student. You are the master. And tell me, what are we talking about today? And I hear it's gonna be quite practical, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, do you know, I've done I did a session on this before a few times to different groups, and it was just it comes down to the fact that sometimes people are like, oh, I want to know about advertising, but where do I start? How do I start? And I was like, you know what? Let me just show you how to do it. Let me show you, if I didn't know what to do, what I would recommend. And it starts with one piece and one piece only, the wonderful, amazing Canva. Now, everyone's used Canva. It's incredibly useful just to try out different designs, different kind of presentations. But I use it frequently, right, to create ads. And so today, mate, what we're going to do is I literally took a photo of this, right? I took a photo. Where are you? There you are. Took a photo of this,
classic,
right, which is uppercut matte pomade. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that photo, remove the background, and we're going to use the templates in Canva to create some ads. They're going to be ugly. They're going to be ridiculous. Me and you are going to slightly create them, but they are going to be viable ads that you can test. And I think that's the most important thing. So how are you feeling about that?
Man, I'm pumped. I'm surprised you used the exact same pomade that I've used for years before I grew out my hair. So, I mean, I know this product very well.
You know this
Just
one?
literally this exact one. Yeah.
It smells so good.
So good, dude. It's got this coffee type-ish smell, sort of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like cinnamon-y sort of thing.
Yes.
Sorry, by the way, we don't get any money for recommending
at
this.
all.
This is so good though. But anyway, moving on. Right, let me share my screen. So screen, there we go. Cool. And then yeah, here we go. Cool. So can you see my screen?
I can.
Cool. All right. So for anyone who's been on here before, you literally can just grab templates. So let's say, look, this is one that I've used before. We can say, look, here we go. Template, new arrival, limited offer, 30% off. There's some shoes there. Great. Okay. Well, goodbye shoes. Got rid of them. They're not needed. We've got this image. Okay, great. How do we get rid of the background? Let's edit the image. Let's remove the background. Oh my goodness, we're almost done. This is what I'm trying to explain to people, is like how simple it is for you to be able to just start creating. Is this good? Not great, but Rafe, can you explain what ugly ads are?
Ugly ads. Ugly ads are just okay. They come from three sort of schools of thought. The first one is what you mentioned first, is like to quickly just test creatives. The second is not to look too polished, so they're engaging in that way. And lastly, you get data from putting out ugly ads. Just slap it together and actually get your product in front of people. And that's really the premise of ugly ads. Listen, I suffer from perfection. I'm a perfectionist in a big way. So this is actually a huge stretch for me to actually do ugly ads. I understand the concept, but for me, I get nitpicky, and it's hard for me to ship, especially static creatives, or even more so video creatives. So I mean, hopefully this is a bit of therapy for me, where you can help me out and just pitch to me why I should just push it out as ugly as possible and as quick as possible, because I get the theory, but yeah,
it's the same as what you do when it comes down to your doing shorts, right? You're just trying to get as many data points as you physically can to find out what's working and what's not. If you don't have any data, then you just sitting there and going, oh, I need to create the perfect ad. means you don't even know what the perfect fucking ad is. So what's the easiest way? Get stuff out there. Like, look, this is ugly, but I promise you, you may get some people clicking on it. You may not get people clicking on it. And what will happen is you will know if it's shit or not. You know, is it the image? Is it the background? Is this? But the thing is, these are here for a reason, because they work. There's a reason why they have them like this. So let's go to design again, right? And let's go back, and then let's type in like ads, like just ads, right? Look at this. There's a new page. Look at that, right? Get rid of that.
That looks dope.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so like I don't need to do much. I could just literally grab this again, put this on here. I didn't even need to do that because I could have just grabbed the other one, change that, move this to the front. So layer, bring to the front, and that doesn't look bad.
It doesn't look bad at all. That's crazy. It's like the templates are already there, and they're based on things that already look visually appealing. So even if it's like ugly ads, it's not actually ugly. They look pretty good. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's true. It's true.
Let me just mess about this a little bit as well, right? Let's just make this bigger, right? So it's really kind of in your face. Move this, right? So you can still see it. We can even make this a bit more. I always like giving it shadows because I think it just always looks good. So give it like
I agree.
Shadow like that. Angle it so it's at the bottom. Ooh, there we are. Buy now. I think the buy now button's fine. Maybe we can make it just a bit bigger. What do you think?
Yeah, make it a bit bigger. That's it.
And dude, like
the only
go on.
Dude, like that's like 95% there. The only other thing I'd say would be draw attention to the fact that it's a 35% discount by maybe adding like a bit of background underneath it, so then it pops out against the page. And
yeah, okay.
That's it.
So we could basically you could literally turn this into a GIF, and you could have it so that it comes out like this,
or just flashes,
or flashes, or right. As you said, effects. Could maybe even give it a background, make the background yellow, so that
and then make the text black, and it's just boom, it hits you in the face.
So black text. Look at that. How much it grabs, it literally takes your attention to that straight away, right? And so we have this ugly one. Actually, now that I look at it, I like this red to be like this red. I think that looks so much better.
You know, I kind of like that purple, to be honest, because
really?
Yellow and purple are complementary colors. Yeah.
Okay, you win. Okay, now and let's do another one, right? So let's type in ads again. Let's have a look and see anything. Let's go for something a little bit more difficult. I actually think that this could be good. So get rid of her, screw her. Right. Let's put our thing on there again. Again, I don't need to do this. I could just copy it from the other one, but I'm just showing you how easy it is to do this. Right. Let's move this to the front. So layer, bring to the front. Let's make it bigger. Maybe the background needs to be. It's two-tone, right? So it probably needs to be. Oh. I hate it. I love it, but I hate it.
Likes that.
Can we get rid of that? Put the yellow again. I keep doing this yellow and thing because I just think it kind of sticks with it. Uppercut, upper. Okay, 2-6. Uppercut. Beat your hair into submission.
That's a good one.
And
just type in matte pomade here.
Matte pomade, matte pomade, and I actually don't mind it being behind it, but we can just do this like that, so it doesn't really matter. And then this probably needs to be black, like what you did, as what you recommended. And maybe make it bold.
Bold for sure.
But look, is this a good one? In my opinion, no. Again, but like, would I test it? Yeah, I'd test it if I didn't have anything.
Tell me the rationale of testing it.
If I didn't have any content and I didn't know what works or what doesn't work, you'd be silly not to test this because you don't know. You look, it's eye catching. It's got interest behind it. Like it's not the prettiest thing, but it's not the ugliest thing either. You're giving people something to visually look at that is selling your product. You'd probably need to have a buy now button though. Buy now. Elements.
This is the cool thing about Canva. It's got all these pieces. You can just click and drag it and it's like, boom, good to go.
Look at that. It's so ugly.
It's
I love
crazy.
It. It's so ugly. But it works. Like, you could just, and I pay for this. So like I get all the extra
and it's
things.
not that expensive. What is it, like $30 a month? Even less, right?
And again,
like,
we don't get any kickbacks on this.
Yeah.
However, we are trying
potentially
trying to get them on the podcast.
Yeah.
Our one as well.
Yes.
So
that would be amazing.
Yeah, look, dude, in how long was that? How many minutes was that?
8 minutes, maybe.
8 minutes. I've created 3. Well, I killed one of them apparently, but I've made 2 to 3 ads, which then I could throw in, test out, get some data on what people like about them, if people like them or not, and go ahead. Would I do these ones? Probably not this one. I might try this one and the other one that I did, which was like if I reverse engineer it. Like this, which I freaking love.
Yeah.
So that's really what I just wanted to get at with this, and I'm just going to stop my share, and just to give people an idea and understanding of how quickly it is to actually get ads up and ready. And all you need to do is have your product, and then put it on the backgrounds which are already there.
That already look visually appealing. That are already designed to be engaging. Okay. So I've got a product. I haven't run any Instagram ads, any Facebook ads of any kind. I'm assuming this is where you're running these ads, right?
Normally, for me, yeah.
Normally, right? So if I'm running these ads, now I've got my product and I've created a bunch of ads. What am I looking for? It's nice. It's nice. What's the budget? What are we looking for? What it's like, we're just chucking $10 a day and what are we looking for? We've got the ads are ready to test it. What are we looking for?
A marketing budget is as long as a piece of string, right? So
I know.
Here's the first thing. If I've got a product that I just want to test, I'd go one step back, right? I've got a design or an idea that I like, and I want to see if people actually are interested in this product. So what I would be doing is I would be, taking a photo of my product that I've got maybe from Alibaba, if you want to sell a product from there and you're just testing it out, put it on those sort of backgrounds. And then I would just see if people are interested in either signing up, right? So I'd make it so instead of saying order now, I'd say pre-order now, or sign up for when we release. And what you're then doing is checking out how many people are actually signing up and they're interested, right? Yeah. The second part is maybe you just want to know what type of people are actually interested in that product. And so what you're doing is you're data collecting. You do a campaign which is focused around getting engagement, likes, shares, comments. Now you can go on those people's profiles. Samantha loves this product and she also likes these other types of things, because you can go on their Facebook, you can see their profile type. I've created a customer profile. So it's understanding that spending a little bit of budget in marketing can basically tell you who actually is interested in or gives a shit about your product.
And this is all before you even order your product. This is just based off a sample. This is just based off a screenshot of a different product that you may want to sell at some point.
Literally what you just said there. Imagine if you're like, I want to find a product, and you go on Alibaba and you say to them, hey, you start talking to one of the people there. You say, hey, can you send me some photos of your products? Is it okay if I, use these images? Nine times out of 10, they don't mind at all. You cut it out with the Canva thing, you put it on there, and just see if people like it. That's it.
So, okay, just so it's as practical as possible, you're saying that I can find not only whether people are interested in a product that I have not even launched yet, I can create 3 ads in 8 minutes using Canva. And if I'm using a campaign on Facebook for $10 a day, in $70 approximately, I could find at least
You'll get data.
Right? I could find the
You'll
data.
Get data.
I get data to know whether it's useful or not. And on top of that, fourth thing, I would know my audience better.
Yeah, so you will know that there's an audience. Do you know what I mean? That's the fact of it. And the coolest thing with it as well is that how much does that cost? Maybe $100. If you do Canva, and you don't even need to get the paid version of Canva, but it's like $20, I think. You pay $70.
And it's a 30-day free trial. Like,
and then you can just keep doing every email you want.
Emails?
If you want.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't done that.
Definitely not.
But like, I think that the most important thing there is just how simple it is for people to actually gather data and test ads. And I think, I love the fact that you just brought that up, because I was going into the area of just do ads. Like, you can just start them, but there's actually a reason why, which coherently reminded me.
For sure, man. Look, let me finalize this step for anyone who wants to test it, right? So we obviously have Canva for the ads, 3 ads in 8 minutes. We have a Facebook account with $10 a day. Let's say all up maybe $100 in ad spend. We have an ad that goes to a landing page. And if you use card.co or IO, it's CARRD.io. It's like $20 and you can do as many card, like I think it's $20 for a year. It's something super duper cheap. And you just have an opt-in form and you get someone to sign up. They also have a trial. And so you could do the whole thing, the entire test within a 10-day period for $100, not ordering any product, but knowing whether people are interested enough for it to be even worth your time. And this is for one product. Imagine if you're like, hey, I have 7 products and I've got like a budget of $1,000 to figure out what product to do. You could test 7 at the same time in all different categories before you decide to choose one.
Imagine if you spent more time on doing those ads, first of all, right? And then let's take it a step further, right? You could even go wander around on Facebook Ads Library or just on like Pinterest first, find out what like really, really amazing ads look like, right? They're everywhere. Yeah. You'll see them, the most popular ones. Go onto Canva, find a template which is similar to that, right? And then build out your first templates, test out one product. It works. You find out that people are interested in it. Then all you need to do is change that product, because you know that these ad formats work, and put a different product there. You've turned your hour worth of making these nice little ads, 8 minutes, but I'd recommend an hour so you can just make them look a little bit more fresh. It's alarming how easy this is to do now.
That's crazy. See, even though I intellectually know it, just you walking me through it in this way, it just seems silly to let perfection be the enemy of good, right? And let like the tinkering be the enemy of being in the arena and actually getting feedback, actually getting data, actually getting real metrics that actually matter for your business.
You taught me this as well, dude. Like, look, when it comes down to video and stuff, like I get a little bit perfectionist myself, and you kind of went down the route of like when you did your talk and you were like, look, I give them this amount of data for your editors or your creators, and then you let them have the freedom. Whereas I told you, I'm like, I've wrote the script. Here's exactly where they need to look at the camera at this point, and that's all gravy. But the fact is that the way you're doing it is getting results. So why wouldn't you do that? You know what I mean? So
exactly, and that's specifically for short form content, right? Because it's all like the algorithm will tell you really, really, really quickly like what's working and what's not. And you'll get way more by just because quantity has a quality of its own. So you want to make sure that you just get the quantity out. And so that's the same thing here with the ad side. You're right, dude. Let's make some ads.
Yeah, man. So for anyone who has found this helpful, like, subscribe, do all of those awesome things, because we freaking love doing this. Like, it's just us spitting bars. It's the best way of putting it.
And dude, version. Like, if you guys are listening to this and you guys like the practical side, we can go even deeper into like the nuance of the literal step-by-step of all these little things that we're doing. Obviously, I haven't done that on the short form content side, which Perry and I have spoken about a lot. I speak on like different events and different groups talking about this stuff, that we can dive deep into that as well. Because if you guys find this useful, we'll just go down this path because it's all advertising to us and we love it either way. So let us know.
We're just literally learning as we go. So see you guys in the next episode.